Hello, Teaquilters. Today is November 9th, 2024. We're here with live sew and chat. Tonight, I am going to work on my signature blocks that I'm going to be exchanging with Teaquilts Retreat 2025. Need to get those out the way. I need to piece 3 more blocks, so I need to cut 3 background pieces of fabric. I just pulled up a piece. Any kind of batik. It has to all be batiks. And I will finish those, and then I have a whole stack of them that I need to press, and then I can start writing on them so that I'm not at retreat writing on them like I'm normally doing the last 3 retreats. So we're going to see if we can work on that today. Also, I have a haul. It's just some items. I had some customer orders, and I think I ordered something for retreat. If I did, then I won't show that. But yeah, so we're gonna do a little mini haul as well. So let me pull you guys up. I don't know why I pulled you up on this phone, but we actually want you over there where I can see it popped up. So let me close all of this. Close this phone. Put it right there. Wrong phone. Is that me? Yep. I was passing me up. Alrighty. So let's go over here to settings so we can get the chats to show all messages as well. So, hi, Darcy's in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Says hi, Tea and Quilters. Give Tea her thumbs up and subscribe. If you're new here, hit the bell for notifications. Tea is here Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, check out her Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC, where you'll be asked to answer 4 questions before you gain admission to that group. So make sure you answer the questions as well. Deborah Sims Brown is here. Welcome, welcome. Deborah, did you say that this was your first retreat ever? I just need to know that. I couldn't remember for 2025. I think I got you mixed up with regular Deborah as far as, or both of you were sending emails and I thought it was only coming from one person, so let me know. Phyllis G is here. Hey, Phyllis, welcome. Betsy Layton's here. CJR Creations. T. Roberts. Judy Smith, Maddie Barnum, June Hanson, Francis Jackson, Dee Branson, Becky Bramlett. Says I'm keeping her company while she crochets. So Melinda C is here. Kevin the Quilter is here. He's taking care of his mom tonight. Nikki B. Melody Kiefer. Vivian Calvey. Hey, Vivian. Damali J. Sue GSD says, hello all on this rainy evening. Yes, it's been raining off and on for the last 2 days on my side of town. And I'm sick of it. It's like cold. It's been in the 50s. Well, like most of the day has been in the 50s. I don't know what the high temps are, but I know 50 is enough. Now it finally got to the point where the house got a little chill because it's been so many days of rain. We had rain last week some days, or was it earlier this week? But we've had rain quite a bit lately, okay? And it can go away now. But yeah, it's cold. So thank you for 228 days until the absolute best, fabulous, wonderful retreat ever. Thank you, Sue, for our retreat countdown. Don Cunningham is here. Okay, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. I had got the 2 mixed up. That was quick too. Minnie Doula's here. Patty Johnson. And Remo JS is here reminding people to hit the thumbs up, show your love and support. We still gonna cut the fan on, okay? I don't even have the side light on, but I'm still hot. But only when I come I'm in here. This is an ot light. Is it hot? Maybe it's the ot light. Yeah, it's the ot light that's making me hot. And all this time, I didn't think ot lights made you hot. Normally, when I have ot lights on, like at retreat, I have them like over my work area. They're not like really on my face per se. So that is the problem. But I don't know if I've got another light that can get up tall. Well, this also is my workstation because I use it to clamp whatever patterns that I'm working on here. So that's the other thing too. I don't know, guys. We're going to have to see if I like got some new technology out. Cynthia Shade's here. Francis says she paid her rent early tonight. Exactly. What that means is she's already hit that thumbs up button. So if you haven't, go out, hit the thumbs up button right now. Go ahead and do it. And we'll be right here waiting for you. And then come on back in here. Okay? Or minimize your screen, however you need to do it. Depending on what type of device you're on. You can do it both ways. So hit the thumbs up button for me, guys. Hi, Dorothy Battle. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. A lot of people saying their rent's paid, so thank you, thank you. Cheryl Knuckles is here as well. So welcome, everybody. Let's see. I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and do this small thing I got. I didn't even open it. From Checkers. I say small. Small is relative. You know, I've had boxes that, you know, been huge. So this is nothing. So this is just a small order. You know, I have to have a minimum order in order to put an order through. So I try to go through and find some things. Ugh. Set it the other way because I don't want it to fall all the way to the floor and crash on my foot. I had a So Busy Quilt Guild meeting today. It was really good. We had good food. Well, we always have good food, though. You know, what's not to like? Chili, deli sandwiches of your own making with different types of meats. I didn't even make a sandwich. I just ate the deli meat that I wanted, mostly turkey, and ate the chili, and then had apple pie with French vanilla ice cream, which is always my favorite. And I didn't go crazy with that because I had already made a pie last week, so I've already eaten enough apple pie and French vanilla ice cream. So yeah. So let me look at this to see what I ordered. To see if it was anything that's like a high quantity of anything. This might not be the order. This writing is so little. I see it better without my glasses. I think everything in here you can see. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so everything in here you can see. It was the previous box. That's why I probably didn't even mention it. All right. So on this one, I think most of the stuff is more geared towards bag making. Okay. So, you know, with vinyls, you always are doing something and you need particular vinyl. Now, I have always just only used Joann's vinyl, but I do like the idea of having vinyl where it's a self-release paper that's already stuck to it, so I'm not having to use additional piece of paper to stitch on because the vinyl is going to stick to the foot, or you got to use some kind of Teflon foot or something like that. So I went ahead and I said, you know what, if I'm going to try something, it's best to go ahead and try it when I can get some type of a discount on it, right? So I ended up getting the By Annie's vinyl to just test it out. And I got to see, I got different vinyls on here and I'm not sure which one it is. So let me read how much this is. 16 inches by 54 inches. And the reason that this threw me off, because when I purchased it on Checkers, it didn't have By Annie on it. So this is By Annie vinyl. I'm so happy because that's what I really wanted. But I go, okay, just go ahead and order this vinyl, you know, because I had searched vinyl By Annie, put in that in my search engine, and nothing came up. So I'm glad this is By Annie. It's again 16 inches by 54 inches. And I think this roll is $10 a roll, so that's not bad. That'll go a long time. And like I said, it's got the release paper, and I do plan to go to Joann's. I don't really be going anywhere like other than to the post office, quilt meetings and the grocery store, and to, you know, gas station. So but I need to, you know, plan to go a little bit further so I can go to Joann's. No matter which way I go, Joann's is gonna be 30 plus minutes from my house, and most of the time I'm just in, you know, I don't like driving in rush hour traffic, and then I'm up at night, so I'm sleeping the early part of the day, and then I miss the opportunity to go to Joann's. So that's why I haven't gone. Okay, so I was so glad that this was By Annie, and I'm gonna put it on here so I'll know if I need to reorder. All right, so there is some other vinyl that costs more than that, and it is only 8 inches by 20 inches, which sounds like not a lot. And it was $14, and that's OESD vinyl. This is ridiculous for this price, but I'm gonna try. I wanted to try it out because it's gonna be something that I'm gonna try. And it's got some kind of release in between, but it's not stuck to it. That's not a lot of vinyl for $14. This better be some really good vinyl. It says it's a smooth, clear surface, perfect for machine embroidery. It's a 20 gauge, whereas By Annie's vinyl is what gauge? 16 gauge. So they tell you to use vinyl that is at least 12 gauge. So I'm trying different gauges of vinyl. So that one's that. And then I've got 2 vinyls. Let's go with the clear one first. I don't know who this one is by. Doesn't tell me what the measurements is. Oh, it's Sewing Notion, so that's the theme. It is So Hungry Hippie. So Hungry Hippie. So it's got the abbreviations for So Hungry Hippie. And it's Sewing Notions. I don't know if you can see that through the vinyl here. So yeah. So this is going to be interesting. This was $22.50, or cost $22.50. And let's see how much it is and what gauge, if it's written on here. It's 12 inches wide by 52 inches long, and it has no gauge on the actual vinyl, which is sad because they should tell you. So I have no idea what that gauge is. And then I've got 2 decorative, one is Vinyl Glitter Stars, and the other one is Tiny Hearts Clear. Both, one is the Tiny Hearts Clear. All of the other 2 are by Sewing Hungry Hippo. Let me see. Hippie. So Hungry Hippie. All right. And again, it doesn't tell you how much on the paper down there, but here it says the tiny hearts is 12 by 52. 12 by 52 for the tiny hearts. $22.50. So it's turned sideways. So the hearts would be up. Let's see if they go both directions. They go one direction, so this is a directional vinyl. And then on this one, I don't even like how they packaged this one. It's only 18 inches by 24 inches, and it's glitter. It says it's 1/2 a roll. And I guess so it's half of 52 would be 26 is what I would guess. And this one was $22 because of the glitter. Now, I got it because you see the glitter. I got it because I want to know if this glitter is going to come off. Again, testing. Let you all know once I use it what it's doing. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vinyls. Yep, 5 different vinyls. OESD is ridiculous with that price. But I got it because maybe it's the best vinyl on earth. Okay. Let me see who has come in. I haven't read any people coming in. Let me give them some shout outs. Vivian's reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Miss Vivian. Okay, and I have Sheila Willis came in. Hey, Sheila. And Michelle the Quilter is here. Saying hi to everybody. Can a person ever have too much apple pie and ice cream asking for a friend? Girl, I was trying not to. And then when it comes to stuff like that, I'm just old school where I think this one came from Costco, and then I've had the one from Sam's. I just like my apple pie better. I'm just one of those people that grew up with everything being homemade. So we didn't buy that type of stuff. So it's always something that I just am used to doing myself. So it was good, but you know, it was from Costco. It was okay. It wasn't hot. Like, I don't think it was hot enough. I'm one of those people that I like hot food hot and cold food cold. So I really like when you have a really hot apple pie and you put the cold ice cream and then you get the combination of both. It is like really fun for me. And so it wasn't hot. We had sat around and talked for an hour, so it had cooled down because she just put it in the oven to heat it. So I don't know if it ever got hot enough or if it cooled down before we ate it. Hi, Anita Sky. Welcome, welcome. Deborah Holloway is here. People telling Sue, no, never Sue. Got 2 double no's. Mama just hopped out of bed and said, is that Miss T? So she's here watching with me now, laughing out loud. That is too funny. Hi, Mama Huffman. Welcome, welcome. Janet McCarroll's here. Paula S. is here. And Shelly Souls. Hey, Shelly. Welcome, welcome. Linda Denton. And Sue Allen. Sue says homemade pie is always the best. Right. Don said apple pie and ice cream sounds good. Yeah, that's one of the things. It's like if I have one, I want them both. And it has to be, for me, French vanilla ice cream. So you know, if y'all used to know about the Velvet Freeze, I don't know if we even have any open anymore here. But they had the best golden vanilla ice cream. That was the best ice cream. That was the best vanilla ice cream ever. And then, you know, if I'm going to buy ice cream from the store, I just go ahead and get Breyer's ice cream, the French vanilla or some brand of that. Because I think they had 2 different kinds pre-COVID, but I've only been seeing the one kinds after that. But yeah, so it's got to be some kind of enhanced vanilla, not just plain vanilla. So yeah. Hey, Eric Oda, welcome. He talking about I heard apple pie a la mode and came running. Right, it's time to eat. You got your fork and your spoon. I mean your plate. Let's go. Hi Pamela Ebel, and thanks to everybody that's already hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please do so. All right, this here is some books that I ordered for customers. It's Jen Kingwell's books. I had purchased this when we were in Houston last year. And then it was so funny because customer comes sends me a photo saying, you need to do this quilt. Like, girl, I already got the book. I think we all bought the book when we were in Houston. We spent quite a bit of money over at Jen Kingwell's booth last year. Trying to get it out of here without destroying them completely. All right. So the book, because I had to take it out because you couldn't read it, is for this quilt called Psychedelia. And then on the back it has your fabric requirements and things like that. But it's like a sampler of 16 different blocks. And I just like it. And when we saw her quilt in person, she just used scraps. She didn't even it wasn't like she tried to match, but in her booth they had the quilts up, and then sometimes they would have quilts in different colorways. And in this book they do have one other colorway. I think when she made it the first time, I don't think she had a pattern. So it's got it's gonna be, some of these blocks have curves and things in them, so you're gonna have templates in the back. Lots of templates in the back. There you go. But you know, it doesn't mean that they're like, you can still stitch edge to edge. It's kind of like doing a drunkard's path type thing, I'm hoping, but I haven't done it yet. So I got a couple of those. What's the retail price of these? Let's see. I skipped. $30.30. Her stuff, well, you got to remember too, this is 16 blocks, so it takes a little bit more. When you're doing sampler blocks, it's not like you've got a quilt and it's a booklet, not a pattern. So it's not like you got one, you can take one block and just make it continuously for a quilt if you wanted to. So you technically got 16 different patterns in there. And then we have a pattern called the Angler, which I didn't need, but I thought, you know, I might end up doing something with it, so I wanted to have rights to the pattern. So it's just one of those diagonal zip things, sort of like the Hemingway pouch. Retail price, I think it's $10 for Bianni patterns are all $10 for the most part. I do have a little surprise down here. This is Ofa. I bought the endurance blades. I bought 3 endurance blades maybe 3 or 4 years ago for my 60mm cutter. And so I went back and ordered, they come in boxes of 3. So I bought 3 of the 60mm endurance blades. 60mm, and then I bought 3 of the 45 because I've never had them for my 45 blades. So they're supposed to last longer. And let me see what else they claiming on here. Cut twice as long. That's what it says. But, you know, how do we measure that? That's all suggestive to the type of match you use, the type of pressure you're applying. And of course, you don't want to be going over any pins and things. So it just depends. Or like if somebody that's doing bag making got to trim off zippers and things like that. It just depends on how you use your blades. So it's all suggestive. But anyway, I needed some endurance blades. I had regular blades, but it's like a few of my cutters, I like to have the endurance blades. And I like the rotary cutter. I like Creative Grid's rotary cutter, and I also like the Canadian rotary cutter that we got last year at the quilt show, Houston Quilt Show. And I'm going to be contacting them to see if it's possible, because they ran out of product at the show. Now they just had another show. So I'm going to contact them and see if it's possible for me to stock that, because I'm telling you, I really like the blades that they have. It's really nice. This is double-sided basting tape. Well, you know, I bought the By Annie basting tape. It was 1/8 of an inch. I need some basting tape that's a little bit wider. And so I bought 2 different sizes. This is 1/2 inch by Clover. Right there. I think per pack, let's see what they say this costs. Just so you all know. I'm looking for notions. It's under notions. I'm going to say that the double-sided basting tape is $5.25 a pack. For that is what well, yeah, I think. I don't know. I think, because I got 3 in a box. That's what I think. And the Endurance blade, 60 millimeter, 30 bucks, $28.49 for the 60 millimeter. No, it was a 60 millimeter is $21.49, and I have no idea how the 45 costs more, $28.49. I don't know if that's for 3. I have to look all of that up, but that's what it is. So I thought I had another basting tape, but maybe I took it out. Let's make sure. Notions, I only had 3 things there. All right, something that I got because I was running out of particular colors is a Permacore. I love this chambray. I like chambray. There's like 3 different blues of Permacore thread that I use on my long arm, so I bought that. I bought Aqua Burst because I don't think I have the color. I couldn't find it unless it's hiding from me, so I needed some Aqua. And then this gold. Let's see what type of gold this is. It's called Sunflower. It's like a reddy gold. Yeah, it's not like your, it says sunflower, but it's not like yellow gold. It's more like a orangey reddy gold. So it's sunflower. So those are the 3 colors I needed. 2 other things I got. Let's see what this is called. Tote Trivet. It's got it in purple and teal. Purple and teal. Purple and teal. Let's open one. This is the Gypsy. I think this is by the Gypsy. By the Gypsy Quilter. Yep. Okay. Just want to make sure. I needed something to put in my cart. How much were these? So I could place my order because I was, you know, running out. They $17 regular price. So it's just a trivet. You actually put your supplies in the middle. In here. You can put some supplies in here. And then you take them out. And then you snap up these corners. And instead of having all of your supplies just laying on the table at retreat, then you can make your own little tray. So you're not carrying trays to class. So say I had something that I needed for everybody to just come pick one out. That's what I bought these for. Maybe I thought I could use these at retreat, and then they fold down flat for storage. It's really nice. And then, like I said, I just needed something so that I could get my orders. But we'll see how this works. It's got reinforced stitching at the folds. But that's cute. I got one in teal and one in purple. And then the last thing I got put this back. $17, I think that was. And the last thing here, let's go ahead and toss this stuff back in a box. Your box is always bigger than what you really buy. It's just how it is. I'm gonna slide these books underneath. Make sure I don't bend the books. All right. One other thing that I did. Well, I got to confess to one thing that I did. So some of you all may not know. I'm going to be doing the pass or stash game where I use Missouri Star Quilt Company's countdown to Christmas blocks. I open a gift every day, and then I decide whether I'm going to stash or pass on that gift. How come I ordered one last year, and then in August, for some reason, I panicked without even looking through my orders to see if I had already ordered the box, and I ended up ordering two. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the second box. I've got some ideas of what I want to do with it that can be used. I got quite a few groups that I meet with, and I'm like, I can just, you know, do something with it that way because it's already paid for. So yeah, I got to figure that out. But anyway, I decided, you know, the one nice thing about being a business is that you can get some things at a nice price off. Not everything is half off, so keep that in mind. But let's see, this chat is just flying. Paula says she can't eat nothing but Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean. That's Paula S. So that's cool. I went to like, no, that must have been some other ice. Ben and Jerry's. I didn't like Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I went to like one of their actual stores. So, Briars got in trouble for saying natural vanilla on ice cream, and there wasn't. You need to eat Costco vanilla ice cream. That's Sheila. I don't have a Costco account. I have a Sam's account. Vivian talking about, I want a book. Don't forget me. You know that. You know who books those are, girl. Remo's reminding you all to get the thumbs up. People, I know people like black walnut ice cream, pecan, butter pecan ice cream, pistachio almond fudge. I have never, when I grew up, strawberry was my favorite ice cream. And that's what I get when I mostly go to Ted Drew's. And then I just like a very rich vanilla ice cream is what I like. I didn't know Creative Grids made a rotary cutter. That's Eric. Yeah, it's right here. I was like, where is it? Eric, it's a different type of rotary cutter. It's kind of weighted. And when I first got it, I was like, this is going to like wear me out. And so I wasn't like really enthused with it. And then the other thing is on the front, it has like a left and a right. If you can see that, a L and a R right here where my hand is. So that way you move it to the hand that you are, so it's kind of an even hand. So when I move it to the left, it looks like that. Move it back to the middle, and then move it to the right, it looks like that. So it has for different, you know, your left and right hand, and then center is closed. But it's weighted, and what it does is it makes it so that you don't have to press as hard. It kind of has some oomph behind your regular rotary cut when you do that. So yeah, I really like the Creative Grids. I didn't think I would at first, but I actually do. Debbie LeBlanc is here. Ray Mahone, hello. Louis Alford is here. Welcome, welcome, Alfred. Neat, the trivet boxes have a zipper to store things. Yeah, so like if you were, you could put your pens in there. You got something where people are going to be filling something out. Then you can take the pens out of the zip pouch, put them into the tray, then people can get a pen, and then they can write, and then they can toss back in. Or, you know, ever since COVID, a lot of people haven't been, you know, tossing pens and stuff back. But that's, you know, it's just different things that I felt like it could be used for, especially with all the stuff that I bring. I'm always trying to sort something. I'm having drawings. People names are going in the drawing, so it'll just be easy for me to keep up with stuff. And then I can use the tray as something to use for the drawing as well. So it's so many things that I think I could use it for. That's why I got two. Debbie LeBlanc, I don't know if I said your name. Welcome to the chat. Pretty colors of thread. Yeah, those are just the ones that I was kind of out or was needing and didn't have. And Peggy O'Connor is here. Hey, Peggy. Welcome, welcome. To those thinking of Peggy, Peggy reminds me of things when she comes in here because she's in my scrap quilting club, and Betsy, but you know, Betsy come in, she's here at the beginning, and I can't remember everything. But for the month of November, we always have a potluck at Scrap Quilting Club. So we're offering for anybody that might be interested in Scrap Quilting Club that are local to the St. Louis metropolitan area. You are welcome to come see what we do at Scrap Quilting Club and see if you might be interested. And then you don't have to bring a dish. We always have plenty of food and folks are taking it home. So I think we'll be fine. You don't have to bring anything, and just come and enjoy a day of sewing out with us. We actually do sew. We bring our sewing machines. We either work on group projects or your own projects, so it doesn't matter. So make sure you bring an extension cord if you're bringing a sewing machine. That's all we ask. The power is on the outer edge of the room, and we got tables all through the center, but there is no center floor power at this facility. So you need to bring your stuff. And the room is a big room. It's like a recreation type room. So, it's a big room. It's not like it's a bedroom type room where you've got, stuff on the outer walls, but it's only 10 feet away. No, this stuff is like 20 feet from the wall or more. So you need to bring power. Michelle says that she has one of those trivets, haven't used it yet. So that's cool. Cool. Darcy says, where did you get it? I ordered it from Checkers. If anybody wants anything that I show, you can always just send me an email, tell me to order you one. I will most definitely do that. Girl, you can donate the box to the Eric Oda Foundation. What box? I don't even know. I guess I haven't been catching everybody's videos, but did you even show the box that I sent from retreat last year, Eric? I can't remember. This is called the trivet thing. It's called the Gypsy Quilter. I put the paper up. I think it's just called the trivet tray. Let me get the paperwork. Maybe it's on there. It's under gifts. It's just a trivet. A tote trivet. So I think it must fit in the bottom of a tote or something. I don't know. But all I wanted was just the trivet. Just to get that. Just trying to get through these last things. Ice cream is the topic tonight. That's Sandy. Hi, Sandy Agger. Hi, Jeanette. Welcome to the chat. No, I didn't. By the time I thought about it, took it apart, started using it. Okay. Darcy says T was talking about ice cream and apple pie earlier. So yeah, Arfield. So I was in Checkers, like, really minding my own business, right? And then I noticed that Arfield has, like, it says it's an Advent, but I don't understand why it's not 25 instead of 24. Okay, I guess they depending on somebody else to give you the gift on the 25th day. But I didn't realize that Orfeel had an Advent thread thing. And in here, it has 80 weight 2-ply. I thought it would give me the number on the back side. Hold on, let me see. That's not telling me what's on the inside. Hold on, because I thought it told me on when I purchased. So let me check it and see, because I can just read it from the website. That's why I've been bringing my phone in, so I don't have to get out of this chat up here when I need to go search something out. So let's go up here and search for Orfeel. Orfeel Advent, see if it comes up. Of course it didn't. Let me put it so that it's giving me the prices high to low, because one spool of thread shouldn't. Well, see, Orfeel. I'm just going to put in the number and see if it pops up just that item. Right there. Back up. Put in their number. ACAD. Yep, that worked. So it's currently out of stock now. I'm glad I put it in there when it came. But it's retailed at $133.65. And it says, our palette of 24 hues includes 5 brand new limited edition 50 weight colors exclusive to this Advent calendar, as well as the introduction of 5 new shades of 8 weight and a medley of Orfeel's cotton thread weights. So it also includes 14 small spools of varying colors and thread weights. So that's all I know. So it's like a little Advent, and I'm now curious to see. I'm not gonna open it, but I'm trying to take a peek in here to see if they've got this wrapped. Like, if it's an Advent, it should be wrapped. I don't normally do this with Missouri Star, but I'm going to do it with this. So what it means is they're out of stock at Checkers right now on this. That also should mean that retail stores should have these for Advent for people to give as gifts or to use for themselves. So let's see. I've never had this before. So yeah. Okay. So I can't see the thread color, but you can see the top of the spool for the type of color. I just want you all to see what it looks like. My only thing was I couldn't figure out why we didn't have a day 25. It's like, girl, you're on your own for day number 25. So I think what I'll do is, while I'm doing the stash or pass, I'm not going to be passing on thread, okay? Everybody needs thread in all colors. I've been needing, because I'm trying to switch over. I don't want to buy any more Coats and Clark, although I have nothing bad to say about Coats and Clark thread. I have been a seamstress. That was the only thread that we had available to use was Coats and Clark. I have made pants. I have never had my crouch come apart from using some Coats and Clark thread, okay? So I don't ever talk about their thread, but I do like to have, better quality for less lint. Clothing, you're not sewing as much as when you're making a quilt. And so I think that's why, but I didn't want to have to buy all the large spools, so I thought this would be a great way for me to get, hopefully, multiple colors that I don't already have, that I'm running out of. At least I've got 24 new threads that I didn't have before, okay? So that's why I got that. So this is also going to be a part of Stash or Pass. And I didn't want to look any more than that because I don't want to spoil it for myself when I get it. So let's see what people are saying. Jeanette says Tillamook old-fashioned vanilla creamy and rich ice cream. Linda Williams is here. Welcome to the chat. And Peggy says, no peek into my, ooh, that's cool. Love the box. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to see was how it was boxed. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I might try to see if I can sell my other box that I got from Missouri Star. And if not, then I do have some ideas on what I'm going to do with that. But I went ahead and thought this would be fun to do, too, to have a thread of the day. Yeah. So this one's totally for me. Because y'all know I be stashing past and I have half of the stuff that I'm passing on. However, it's a lot of people that have opened up the whole box and said that they love absolutely everything in there. So it's going to be interesting when it's time for me to open, if I agree or disagree with the masks that have already opened their boxes. I haven't gotten anybody that opened it early that wasn't happy. Well, and I'm not like looking at the items. I'm just like reading comments in groups where you can't post pictures early. So, because I wouldn't want to be, have it spoiled. So, yeah. So, that's it for the stuff. Okay. They have a lot of paper they put in here. Look how much paper was in this box. Yeah, all of this. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I use it when I'm shipping stuff. Remo, did you get a package from me in the mail? Hi, Cheryl Knuckles. Oh, she's leaving. Good night, girl. She's saying no. Okay. I can't remember what day I mailed it. Let me see. Let me see. Search. Remo. No, I can't put that. I got to put her real name. Woo, woo, woo. I'm just going to search for the first name. And it shouldn't be too far down. I may have to put it all in here. Yep. Oh, it was only 3 days ago. I'm sorry. Let's click on it and see when it's coming, girl. I was trying to see if they had an estimated date. Like, where is that? Why are they hiding that? That's crazy. Okay. I'm going to copy it and go out to Google because for some reason, if I'm clicking on the link that they give me, it's not giving me the true information. I want to view it on the United States Postal Service site, but it's not giving me a date. It says it's moving through the system, but it's not giving me a delivery date. That's very strange. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and I'll paste it to you in a text message. I thought I had, but I guess I did not. I'm just going to send you a paste. And that's your tracking number. But I mailed it 3 days ago. Hi, Teresa Forrester. Welcome, welcome. Did I miss something else? Hold on. I think that's it. Okay. So what I need to do is I had enough corner pieces to finish blocks. I don't even know why this was in there, but it was. I'm going to put it right back in there too. But I have all of my 2024, I'm just covering up some of the lettering here, blocks that we swapped. People write different things in them. So I need 40 blocks for this year. I had made 37 and ran out of center squares because I didn't count them. Oh, they're right here. So I want to measure this square, and I'm just going to cut 3 squares because we're not making any extra. And I know I die cut these, but I'm about to rotary cut. So they're like 3 3/8. 3 3/8. I don't even have that 8's marking on here, do I? Let me turn this around. 3. Yeah, it's weird because it's like, it's not 3/8. It's like 5/16. That's why people rotary cut. I mean, die cut. Because it's ridiculous. So this is 6.5. So it's less than 3.5. I should be able to get 2 if I fold it. So we're just going to cut. Trying to figure out which is the selvage end. I think this is the selvage end. You know, batiks, people use the selvage too because it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to make sure I got enough to get 3 3/8 with each cut. I'm just going to rotary cut for that. So this will be 2. Turn this around. 3 1/4. And then I want to go in between the 8's for the next cut. Right there is good. And I need 1 more. And then I'll sew these 3 and I'll be done with this, with the blocks that we swap with each other. 7/8 and 3/8 always told me, well, girl, I think I'm doing 5/16. Okay. That's why it's nice. And you know, when this is what happens when we're rotary cutting, like even in EQ, you can tell it what you want it to round up to or not round up at all. So a lot of people just choose to round up to the 8th. But if you start, you can be technical and tell it you want it to the 16th too. I just don't. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so I'm going to put the 2 ends that I just cut. So I only have to go up and do this one time. And we're done. These are little blocks anyway. They're not, you know, it's not like it's a masterpiece quilt. It's to document my new friends. And we don't need that. So I already have my other 37 sitting like this. I did these on another live with you guys, but then I've never come back to them because I was supposed to cut some more pieces and all of that. And then when I went and counted today, because I think I was going to make 48, because at first I was going to open retreat up for 48. They let me go down 8. So I took advantage of that because I think I have 38 people, so I would have been 10 people short. So now I'm 2 people short. So that's more manageable than being 8 short. So yeah, so I'm gonna just make 3 more blocks so that I can have it for 40 people. instead. And I'm going to move this because I'm done cutting. That's all the cutting we're doing. And we're going to be pressing. And what time is it? It's almost an hour. If I have any new people here and you have any quilt related questions, you can also ask those as well. Go ahead and put some water in here. Whoops, we're out of water. Look at that. And my other one, I got 3 containers back here. All of them are empty. Nothing is in the cupboard. All right. So we'll let that warm up. Just a little bit of water, just a drop. 3 water bottles, and every last one of them is empty. All right. So I am going to press the center on, press the center fold just so I know where the center of my piece. These were not this square, but my other pieces were die cut. So I need to find center so I know how to line those up. The first 2 pieces. So then I come over here and take, I don't even care if they're the same ones because they're going to be in different I just need 8. 1, 2, 3. I think that's, I don't know if this is the same. So that's 4. We just need to pull, we only need 3. I can't even count. We need 3. So I need 4 fabrics, 3 of each. That's what we'll do. We'll do that so we know we got all the fabrics out. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do purple. 1, 2, and 3. All right. And I can put the rest of this stuff up. No need for it to hang out. And then I'm going to put mine up from the 2024 retreat in here as well. The lift came off when I was bringing stuff in today. There you go. And then my heater is heated up, so I'm going to go ahead and just press this so I can get a little, since I need to use my iron so it don't cut off on me while I'm mucking around. So I'm just going to press a little center section so I can find center. Not pressing the whole thing, just a little crease. All right. So I can line up. It's telling me I need to oil my machine, but we're not going to do that because I only got 3 squares to do, and then we cutting it right back off. So we're not going to be oiling. Sorry, Bernie. All right, so let's go ahead and sew these on 1/4 inch seam. Put that right there. Okay, she says she can see where she says she'll get it Tuesday. Okay. Thank you. I thought I had sent the tracking number, but I did not. Hey, Bonita Nance. Welcome, welcome. Let me see what she's saying. I have to watch out for her. She just got in from a birthday party. Awesome, awesome. I said, Bonita always got something going on. That is a busy woman. And then we're going to do the other side as well. Just pick two, press. I'm just pressing the center for a fold. Since it's batiks, I'm not worried about right and wrong side because it doesn't matter with batiks. That's why we're using them. They're just nice fabric. Somebody said that they didn't have any batiks. The nice thing is, for something when you're swapping, you just go by, I guess, 5 different fabrics. One for your center, and then one for each of your 4 corners, because they're supposed to be scrappy. And then you can make all of your blocks the same, because it doesn't matter, because we're swapping. But I'm using scraps, using whatever scrap I can cut. So that's why I have more than 4 fabrics to choose from. But you really don't, you only need the 4, you know, your center plus 4 different fabrics for your corners. So, and you don't need that much. You don't need that much. All right. I think I gotta put that one on here. And then once we do this, we'll get all the other ones pressed open, because I have not been back working on this. And I'm trying to get as much of retreat stuff out of the way. Because January, I'm hitting hard on quilt retreat for my quilt guild. So we got a quilt show that I've been waiting to attend so I can ask somebody about some information. And so I'm waiting for that to happen. I think it's the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Eric talking about woo woo woo. Speaking of which, where is he? Jason is dating, so he don't have time for us like he used to. That's what I'm saying. That's not what Jason's saying. Jason living his best life. All right. Now, you saw I went ahead and pressed that. I kind of like pressed all of my little lines out, because on the other sides, how this half square triangle is die cut, it's going to end up right on the edge of my block if I sewed the 1/4 inch seam. So let me turn it around. And it's probably going to shift on me because I can't hold stuff and do it at the same time. But that's, see, it's hard to show y'all. But right there, you can see where it's ending and ending right along the edge. So I don't have to mark the other sides. And let me pull my piece back because, you know, it got shifted a little bit. So if you're die cutting, you definitely want to sew your 1/4 inch seam, because they're made for the true 1/4 inch seam, not a scant. And put this one over here. And this will be cool because I have this done. It's not like a difficult block to make, but when you got to make a lot of them, you definitely don't want to be waiting till the last minute. I really don't recommend anybody wait and do it at retreat, although, you know, you could do that, but you're going to be spending, you know, some time at retreat doing this when it could have already been done. So I do highly recommend anybody coming to retreat, you know, if you're going to do it at home, get that out the way. I have my block sewed, but then I'm at retreat writing. I have a stamp somewhere. I just don't know what I did with it. And I keep saying, I'm going to see if I can find that stamp, because I used to swap with the Dear Jane group. And so I don't fill them out. So maybe I still might wait. We'll press them for today. And I still might wait. And maybe not, I'll just press and not fill them out. We can do that at another time. Because I doubt that I will sit here and do all 40, because I don't want my hand to hurt doing all that writing. So I might try to see if I can find my stamp. Okay. Go ahead and press that. And we got 2 more, and then we're done. See, we don't have time to oil. It would have taken me longer to oil. We'll do that later. I oiled it when I cleaned it, but since I haven't been sewing, my last time sewing was last Saturday when I was live with you guys. So I don't remember. Did I sew? I can't remember if I sewed Wednesday. Whatever, I don't think I did, but I could have. I don't know. So I only sew when I'm in here on the live right now because I got so many other things I'm working on. So 3 blocks are done. I can put this up and that. And Yolanda Reza, welcome to the chat. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Patricia Priest is here. Carissa Reninger. Well, I'm saying Willa Mae. L, that's what I would say because I'm country, and that's what that would be. Welcome to the chat. Remo's reminding you guys to hit that thumbs up button, says the numbers aren't matching. Glad to see someone is a night owl like me. That's so funny because everybody has a different interpretation. The people that get up at 5, they in bed at this time. So, and it happens at retreat too. That you have the people that go to bed early, they're the early risers. They like walking in the morning or reading the paper with their coffee or whatever. Me, I'm one of them people that go to bed between 3 and 5 for the most part. Sometimes it might be 7 every once in a while, 7 a.m. And yeah, so I'm a night owl. I like it when it's quiet. Guess who Nancy is here? Hey Nancy, welcome, welcome. To my ooh girl, Stella got her groove back. Shut up, Eric. Jason is dating. I don't know nothing else, okay? He just dating. That's what I said. He ain't got time for us right now. Jason, not only that, but Jason has friends. Jason has always been well, you can tell from his personality, a very outgoing person. And so he has friends. I can't remember. I'm blocking. I don't want to say that. Yeah, but he's a person that likes to go experience new things. So he's always been like that, even with his friends. So now he's trying to figure out how to do dating and all the stuff that he do, like sewing and quilting, because you know you can't sew if you ain't at home, right? So yeah, that's the one thing I like about I think that my husband also liked was that you didn't have to worry about me being out too long because I have to be at home to sew because I like to get my sew on. So quiltation at home. Says she can't go to retreats anymore. So sorry about that, but yeah, I do love retreats. It's a lot of work to get there, to get set up and all of that. But once you're there, all the fun begins. So I am not finna be bothered with Benita. This girl, and she, you know what? I'm not finna put it past her to come up with these blocks and got Bonita Nance 2019 Teaquilts subscriber. I would not put it past her, okay? I am not finna play with you, Bonita, in this chat. Oh my goodness. Dorsey says, what do we write on them again? A minimum of your first and last name, your state. You can put, most people put city and state. So as a minimum. And then you can add whatever you want to it. Let me go down here. Hi, Marjorie Johnson. She says, hello from California. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you posting. And Willa Mae says she don't usually post much. Janice Miller just wanted to say hello, everyone. Been lurking. Hi, Janice. I got an easy solution for that. Data quilter. Right. But, hey, you know, you should already know from the male perspective, it's not that many male quilters anyway. So... my screen is moving on me again. Okay, so I think I was caught up just about. Hi, Delia Castro Short. This is what I just made, and then we put our information inside. It has to be with some sort of permanent marking. You can't use a Sharpie because it will fade on a Sharpie. It gets lighter and lighter every time it gets washed. So we want something that's a permanent marking pen, like the Sakura pen, or a fabric pen that's specifically made for permanent fabric marking pen. So that's the other thing. But I'm glad to be getting these done. Well, at least I got everything cut. This is one more thing I can now throw into retreat box, and at least I know it's in the retreat stuff and won't leave it. Next thing I got to do for retreat is name badges for all the newbies. All the newbies to retreat gets a name badge that looks like this. Name badge that looks like that. And then you get stars for every year that you attend retreat. A Teaquilts retreat. So that'll be my next project. I've already done my committee. We worked on a project, and then I already did another thing I needed to do. So I've done 2 things major, and then this. So this will be 3. So I'm trying to knock off things that I got to do for retreat off my list. Next is the name badges. Oh, you're welcome, Darcy. I'm piecing tonight and chatting from Willa Mae. Yes. That's what you're supposed to do. Supposed to be working. Let's see. Says cute. Thank you. When I held my bark up there. And the last. Oh, nice badge from Don. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm saying you're welcome. Thank you. Very nice from Willa Mae too. I am excited to get my name badge. That's Darcy. Delia is talking to Eric, and then says laughing out loud. Okay. So yeah. Yep. So the thing with the Teaquilts badge, I try to make a nice badge because you only get it one time. You're supposed to bring your badge back, and then you'll get your pin when you come back to the next retreat. So I have 3 people now, well, 4 with myself, that have attended every retreat. So this coming up retreat will be number 4, Teaquilts retreat. I've been on plenty retreats, quilt related and scrapbooking related. And even when I go to the scrapbooking retreats, I make it a quilt retreat for me. I take all the scrapbooking classes, make whatever they're making and things like that. But when we go back and do our own individual sewing, I love it because now that scrapbooking have all the electronic die cutting stuff, my sewing machine isn't the only loud thing in the room, you know. I like that. So I'll go to anybody's retreat if it's a good time and the location's good for me. I'll go to anybody's retreat. I don't care what they doing. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Hi, Betty Ward. Welcome to the chat. So she just woke up from a nap. Jet lag, returned from sister trip to Florida. So that sounds like fun. I would love something like that. My sister was trying to see if the family would go on a cruise. I'm like, well, just maybe we just need to go on a cruise. Forget everybody else. But I don't know if I want to go on a cruise with people that may or may not have all the money that they're going to need. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want anybody bothering me about money when I'm on vacation. So I have to make sure they got their money. And then, of course, if I'm going, I'm going to have to pay for my mom because she going to want to go. My mom don't want to be left. She'll go anywhere. She don't care where it's at. And she has been on a cruise to Alaska, I think. I haven't even been to Alaska, but she went with my cousin, and I didn't go. You know. It's like, no, I'm going to sit this one out. I wanted to go so bad because Alaska is on my bucket list. I want to see glaciers in person, although I don't want to be there long, okay? I do not like it extremely cold. Now, I say that, but when I was younger, I was cold all the time. I'm not as cold as I used to be. So it may not be as bad now for me to go. You know, now that you're hot flashing and stuff like that. Yeah. It may not be so bad now. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, I have 18 people returning to retreat and 20 new people. So, that means I got to make 20 badges. That's almost like my first year. The first year we had retreat, I think I made 28. So, that's a lot of new badges. So, I need to get on those. So, if you know how when we were doing bowl cozies and that's all you guys saw me doing was bowl cozies for like 4 months? Well, we about to do that with these name badges because they got to get done. That was another reason that I got 2 hoops. I'm going to see if I can put 2 badges in 1 hoop on my 8-inch square. I need to measure, I guess. Let's see how wide this badge is. It can be wide, but I need it to not, I'm hoping it's probably square. Let's take it off. Let's measure this badge. It's not gonna work. It's like 4 3/4 finished, so I can't get 2 in 1, and I can't even do this badge in a 4x4 hoop. I was hoping I could have. I can put it in the 12 and get 2 if I do the I could probably do 6 by 10. Yeah, 6, well, 6 by 10 would be barely making it, but it'll make it. I'm going to try and see if I can do 2 in a hoop, because that would save me hooping, and then I can do 2 at a time. But because I gotta plan them. I gotta go to my computer and plan them all anyway. I do it at my computer instead of me sitting here punching in everybody's name and then having to center it. If I just type the name in on my computer screen, I can take the mouse and drag it or tell it to center it, so I don't have to do all of that extra work. If I do it myself on the computer. Also, for people that are going to the Teaquilts retreat, last Friday, not yesterday, a week ago yesterday, I sent out retreat information. It has like 90% of the information that you're going to need for retreat is already in that newsletter. I just went ahead and set that up that way. If you haven't seen it, you need to send an email to Teaquilts. Well, first of all, look in your spam folder, because some of you all that are telling me to add you all, you're already in the group. You just need to look in your spam folder, because Teaquilts News at yahoo.com is a new email address. So it might think, your mail might think that it's a spam account. So make sure that you check your spam mail. It was sent last Friday, whatever date that is. Today is the 9th, so it must have been the 1st, because it would have been the 8 minus 7 is 1. Yeah. So I got all of my blocks made. I was going to start writing on them, but I think I'm going to hold off on that part. I think I want to see if I can find my stamp like one more time. So I'm going to leave these. I'm going to put them in the bag so I don't lose any. But then I'm going to try to remember to go look. So if I leave them here laying in my work area, I have more chance of going to search for them. So I've got right now 4 background colors. I think I got a total of 5 for the center. Did I just put this in there? No, I don't. What is this? I'm just making up stacks. I don't need that. Because like I said, I just pulled a scrap piece of fabric and then I cut it until it's gone. So looks like we've got 3, maybe 4 pieces of different background. I just say, okay, what's light? Pull that out, something that would contrast with all the other ones, and then go from there. So I'm just sorting them by the background fabric now. We got 2 more openings for retreat. So if anybody is interested in attending retreat, we got 2 openings. I have the information in the Facebook group, and the file section is also in the featured section of the Facebook group. But you have to be a member to see that over there. And then you can download the registration form, and it gives you all the information about retreats, the dates, what's included in your retreat as well. A little bit different about this retreat is technically all of your meals but the Tuesday lunch is covered. Technically. And I say that because as long as you're at the facility, they'll have your meals will be there. But we're not going to be there Wednesday because we're going to be on a bus. Although I had to pay for it anyway, because they charge you per person per the day. They don't break down prices like the other facility and charge us only for the meals that we want in. So if anytime you're at the facility, your meal is covered. If you go out, that's when you need to pay for your meals. And we're if you don't like the facility meals, because I haven't eaten there in an eon of years. The food used to be good when the nuns ran it. I don't feel that it's ran by nuns anymore. I may be wrong. I didn't see any nuns when I went in there, okay? So I don't know what the updated history facts are for the facility. But if the food isn't good, the one nice thing about where we are is we're off of a main road called Lindbergh, and Lindbergh goes north and south. It goes from the north side of town, which is where this retreat is going to be, all the way over to the south side of town, which is where we were the previous two retreats. We were on the south side of town, so we're going to be on the north side of town this time. But when you get to Lindbergh, it takes you about a mile, maybe mile and a half, if at most. You make a right turn and you just drive, and you're gonna start passing every type of food you want to eat. Down to Mexican, I think it's even Italian restaurants, but it's all your fast food restaurants, it's grocery stores, hardware, everything, anything you need, Walgreens, Dollar Trees. So everything will be available to you within a span. You can go forever on Lindbergh and still run into stuff, but I would say a span of like 7 miles, you can get just about anything you want and go get your nails done, okay? So you don't have to worry about, if you don't like it, you can always go get something. So yeah, these are the 3 I just made. So yeah, so I just wanted them stacked so that I had all of my like centers together. But yeah, they're so pretty. So pretty. So I'm going to put them in the bag, but I'm going to leave the bag out. We still got a half hour. Oh my goodness. Are you using the new Bernina? No. I'm using a Bernina 770. I wish when they put Bernina here that they would have put the year. I used the Bernina 770. Do you steam when ironing your blocks? That's from Jeanette. Yes, I do. I'm a person that likes steam. I do know when not to, like, here's my iron, this is a press, and then when I'm moving like this, I don't have pressure down like this. I'm just moving my block across like this lightly. If you're pressing and pressing down and moving your blocks are going to stretch. You didn't see my blocks looking like they were stretched when I held them up there. So you have, this is the thing with quilting, and it's a good thing and sometimes it can be a bad thing, is that there are so many different ways to do things in quilting, and so you have somebody to tell you that they don't use steam because it stretches, it draws things up, it does blah blah blah. Well, I have never had any problems with that, with using steam. I know when to press some. If it's a bias edge out there, I'm going to be very careful and just press my seam. And I mean, I'm going to be lifting that iron if it's a bias edge out there. I just have been quilting for so long that I guess it just comes natural to me, that I haven't had any problems with stretch blocks. I've been quilting on this YouTube platform since 2010. I don't think I've ever held up anything that I pressed out of shape, okay? So you'll have some people that will tell you things. Nothing is of allness, meaning even if you decide that you're going to be a person that just does dry iron, there may come a time when you might need to use some steam to make something lay flat if you've got a lot of seams behind it, like half square triangles. If you've got a block that's all half square triangles and it's small pieces, then you may need to use some steam to help lay all of those seams flat. It's going to make a big difference when it comes time for quilting if you've got all these puffy seams underneath. Even people that send stuff to Longworm Quilters, you know, everything doesn't quilt out. So just keep that in mind. You need to be the person that decides how you want your blocks to look. I like my blocks to look pretty on the front and the back. For me, steam does that for me. For me, sizing does that for me. Some people don't use sizing, some people do. On batiks, I don't worry about it as much, especially my scraps. They probably have already been starched when I use them the first time, so I'm not really as concerned. Even if they don't, because they're batiked and they've had starch, or I want to say some kind of protection on them so that they can get the different colors, they use some kind of wax, which is the same thing with my African Ankara prints. The only time I do go put some sizing into my Ankaras is if I'm die cutting, and that's because I'm die cutting. Then that's different. But for just basic sewing or regular ruler cutting, I don't worry about starch in my batiks and or my Ankaras, which are technically batiks as well. So it just depends. Come on, she said my favorite store. Sign me up. And I'm going to get my nails done too. Right. But that's the nice thing about Lindbergh. Now, the bad thing about Lindbergh, everything is on Lindbergh. There's even a Walmart and a Target. Walmart is first. It's before you even get to the food places, you get to the Walmart off Lindbergh first. So there's even a Walmart if you need a Walmart. But the bad thing about Lindbergh is that it has everything on it, which means that it's going to be a lot more traffic. And of course, every now and then you're going to have some stupid idiot that thinks they got to be first all the time. So, and then you need to make sure you're in the right lane. Otherwise, you're going to be going down a long ways to turn around and come back if you miss where you're going. So pay attention to your GPS. Put everything that you're looking for in your GPS. So this is going to be an interesting retreat. South County, where we were at Mercy Center, that's in the St. Louis County, that's our most expensive area to live in. Clayton, Ladue areas are one of the most expensive areas to live in St. Louis area. So now we're coming into the mid-level people, the average folks, the people that are in the middle group. So this is where we're going to be now. And so you're going to have probably more African American people, but it's still a lot of whites in this area too, or a lot of mixed races in this area too. So it's not, you're going to feel right at home in this area because it's a combination of both, in the houses and in the stores and things like that. But so we're not there's a difference between, and probably at this point it ain't too much, but there's a difference between North St. Louis and North St. Louis County. But they just a line you're driving down, okay? So keep that in mind. So yeah. And a lot of people don't realize, I'm not even gonna go there. We'll just leave that alone. Let's see. Let me go back and read where I left off. Darcy says we need more thumbs up. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, hit it for me. Sharon says rent's paid. She's in Ireland on a church pilgrimage. That's awesome. It's 3:23 a.m. Oh my goodness. I know you're going through some stuff. I'll look at the live when I return home next Thursday, November 14th. So awesome trip. Have fun. That's some of the stuff that I would like to do, but I would have to go. If I'm going to go out of the country, I don't feel comfortable just like making my own plans for something that I don't know about. I would have to go through a group travel, like a travel agency, a group that takes a whole group of people. That's how I would like to do that type of stuff, because I got a few countries that I would like to go to. Sadly, it's like I can't find anybody else, like in my family or friend lines, that want to do some of the things that I want to do, that I could stay in a room with. And my husband don't even want to travel, so he just ain't having it, especially since COVID. I took him to Mexico twice. I think we were almost going a third time. And then COVID hit in 2020. I think we went 2018 and 2019. And he ain't a bit more interested in doing nothing, okay? So it was like pulling teeth. When I met my husband, he had never been out of the state of Missouri overnight. So I'm the one that took him all around to all these places in the USA. And now, as he's gotten older, he's like, he could care less. So... Willa May wants to visit Norway. I would like to visit a lot of places. I think, I don't know about the money. It just depends because each train is different. There are some trains you can do luxury trips where you actually have bedrooms and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about Amtrak. I'm talking about higher scale than Amtrak. Amtrak, you know, some of them might be good, some of them might be bad. I would like to do an upscale run on a train, but I don't want to spend $20,000 either. But I've seen a few train people that do train videos. I'm like, oh, that looks good. But then some of them go overboard with, because you paid $20,000, they almost serving you stuff that's, you know, like too gourmet for my palate, because I have texture issues and I look at some of the stuff and it's like, nope, I won't be putting that in my mouth. So, you know, some of your appetizers and your first courses, you don't have a choice on. You have a choice on your meat for the most part. So, yeah, your entree is what you have a choice on. Marjorie says, thank you. It looks exactly like my 790 Pro. Yeah. I know they came out, and they came out with some nines number something, because it appears that there's a lot wrong with the 800 series. It seems like everybody that had a lot of those 800 series were having so many issues. And I think the main reason that is because that came out either during COVID, right after COVID, it came out, that machine. And I think it's just was some bad stuff, because it was a lot of shops. The machine shops were closed, so you couldn't get parts. It was a lot going on, and I think that has affected that 800 series. So a lot of people are not happy with the Bernina's 800 line. I'm glad I had the 700. And I am one of those people that I counted machines. I can't remember what the magic number is. And I took the form. No, it's right here. How many sewing machines do I have that I think I have written them all down? Okay. Is, I think, 20 sewing machines. And the reason that I have 20 sewing machines is not all about me. Some of it is about me. But it's because I do quilt retreats, and then I like to give people a choice. And then when I'm getting sewing machines, I try to get different brands as well. I've got well, I'm not going to say every brand, because what was the brand of machines that Eleanor Burns used to sing about? With her, she would be swinging a sewing machine. I can't remember what brand that was, because I don't think I have that brand. And then I don't have a Husqvarna or Viking sewing machine. I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace for machines, and I haven't found anything less than $400. And I am not interested in spending $400 on a machine that I don't even think I want anyway. So, yeah. So I have a Bernina 770, and then I also have a Bernina 830 record. I have that too. I didn't even follow through with that. For some reason, PayPal wasn't working early this morning. I was trying, only thing I'm missing, well, I don't know what else I'm missing, but I know that I'm missing the knee lift on there. I have quite a few things, but you know, I'm basically just going to be doing 1/4 inch seam on it. So I just want the knee lift, because I'm a person that likes to use a knee lift. I went on eBay looking for them, and they range from $50 to $75 for a knee lift. But I couldn't get anybody local to get me one that could get it any cheaper. So I'm going to have to fork it out to the eBay people. When I got the machine, for some reason it wasn't included, but it looked like everything else was. I got the red case, I got all the cubbies and things like that, but the knee lift was not there. And it was the daughter of the mother. So I'm thinking the daughter probably didn't know it went with that machine, because it wasn't red. You know, it had a black handle. So I think the one I looked at on eBay that still has the same shape is kind of gray. But that's what I'm going to do. Then yeah, have fun. Eric says, boy, you don't know what you're missing. Go out and explore. Right. Because you don't have long on here, but my husband, he has claustrophobic issues, so he doesn't like being around a lot of people. So it doesn't matter how big the room is, and it depends on how close the people are to him. So he has that issue. And then you don't know what's going to happen in foreign countries. Like right now, even though I love my trips to Mexico, I don't know if I would go to Mexico because I don't know if I'm comfortable with that yet. Although, so many people have gone over and come back, but some other people have gone over and not come back. So, I want to make sure when I do go that I'm with somebody that's done numerous trips and things like that. So I wouldn't go in like us just going to our own travel agent and say, send us over our own group. I want to go with somebody that's a group that organizes group tours, and they're there too because they know where they're going. They've been doing this over and over again. So I don't want to go anywhere where I'm going to do like solo exploring, but I want to go somewhere where they tell you in very detail all the different places you're going to go and what's there. And I do like that because I'm like, oh, okay, because that would be the stuff that I would want to do that I'd be scared to go by myself. So if I was in a smaller group, and everything's included except for your air flight wherever you take off from. Once you land in the airport, everything else is included once you do all of that. So I kind of like that too. You may have to pay for your meals. Like if you're at the hotel, breakfast might be included, dinner might be included, but if you're out, you got to pay for your lunch, that type of thing. So talking about is she reading that list? He talking about baby lock. My baby lock machines or baby lock Elagio and baby lock Elissimo. I have older baby locks and I have no intentions of replacing them at this time. But I have no intention of reading the list. If somebody asking me what I got on there, then I'll tell you what I got. Where do all the sewing machines go? Remember I just told you when I came back from retreat because I was going through, I used to keep them in the sewing machine bags, and I got so many machines now that they can't all stay in the two-toe. I like two-toe bags for my sewing machine. So I had purchased a cart so that I could put the sewing machines on a cart. So they're inside of either sewing machine cases or bags. And then I remember I was making bags so that I could put all the feet and accessories for each machine with the machine. And I still got the Juki stuff. No, this is the brother bag. This is my brother bag. So I put everything in here, and then when I put it on the shelf, I either put this in the case, or if it won't fit in the case, I'll put it next to it on the shelf. So all my machines are now stored on the shelf, but I've been making bags so that I can put all the presser feet and any extra accessories into like bobbins and things like that. I go ahead and put all of that together so I don't have to worry about the parts, because my problem was that when it was time to use the machines, some of them didn't have cases, and so stuff was kind of separate. So I either got sewing machine bags, like I use serger bags for my two-toe, because I never have taken my serger out the house. So I was using that. If a machine would fit in that bag, I put it in the bag, put this accessory bag in with it, so everything is together. But yeah. So that's where they're stored. They have to keep them in the house. Because, well, my garage is attached, so it's not as cold as just being outdoors. It has no but I have one machine in my garage, but it's not a machine that I used. I bought it because I wanted the accessory, so I'm not worried about that. It's the old Rocketeer. I got two single Rocketeers because I had bought one single Rocketeer and it didn't have all the feet. Didn't realize that I didn't have all the feet and cam and all of that. And then when I found somebody else, I was going to go online. Well, I went online to buy the parts I was missing, and it ended up I was able to buy whole nother machine for cheaper than buying the missing parts. So that's what I did. So I got an extra Rocketeer in my garage that I don't care about because I got the one that I want in the house. Although they both sold, I think, but I had already went through the cleaning process of the other one, so I knew it worked. I just needed the parts. Hi again. What is your newsletter and or new email? If you want to email me, that would be fine. I might be able to attend the retreat. Linda, send it to teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com. So, and just put in there what it is that you're wanting, your first, last name. We'll take your email. We'll add you to that newsletter list. Teaquilts. Let me keep typing. I'm hoping this is spelled right, because this show not popping up automatically. Maybe I've never typed it over here and been typing it on my other phone. I'm so slow. I'm so tired because I watched Jersey last night. And her mom was supposed to bring her at 7. She didn't get here till after 9. So I already knew it was going to be a long night because she didn't bring her. So then I had to get up early. Honey, little Miss Jersey. She is a true night owl. Here, it's 2 o'clock. She's still wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. I had cut the lights off and everything. I went on ahead and got up because I hadn't even eaten dinner. I went on ahead, got up, fixed me something to eat, and just let her just walk around the kitchen and tire herself out a little bit. It was like, I don't know, maybe 2:30, something like that. I went back into the bedroom. She still was awake for a little while, but then she finally fell asleep. So then I'm going, okay, I'm going to take me a cat nap, right? This girl with this pacifier in her mouth, she's a little bit congested. She was snoring worse than an adult. It was so funny. And I'm the lightest sleeper, so I can't sleep through noise. Other than rain, I can sleep through rain hitting the awning or my house roof, something like that, the windows. But I cannot sleep with somebody snoring right in my ear because kids, they are too funny. I have this whole big old bed, and she all up under me like this, like there is no room for her. No matter where I put her in that bed, she ends up right back up under me. I said, girl, you're something else. But anyway, if you're interested in joining the email list, anybody that's want to get information from Teaquilts, attended any past retreats, you need to have me add you over there so you'll get future information. Because my current email, teaquilts@teaquilts.com, I see everything that comes in. But when it's time for me to respond to you, I cannot see everything that goes out. So that's an issue that I'm having. Yeah, the Elna. So I don't have an Elna. Thank you, Sue. Somebody went and found what Eleanor Burns was singing about, because, she's a character. So, yes, and I don't have a niche. I do have like an old niche, but it's not working. It's like I use it as a doorstop. It was in a sewing table, and I ended up, my grandmother's sewing table got a little bit beat up. I don't know what happened to it. I looked up and it had started cracking. So I took my grandmother's machine out of her table and put it into the table where the niche was. And I've never even taken that in to see if anybody could unlock it. I'm sure, old machines were so standard that if they take all the parts off, all in grease, and they can put stuff back together to work again. I just have never done that. But I technically have one, but I don't. Hi, Sin Forest. Let me go back. I can't remember what I last read. So that'll be great, Linda, if you can attend a retreat. Like I said, I got 2 more things, and it depends on if people are wanting to do a single or a double as to whether or not I may have 41. And if I have 41, I guess everything that's mine will go to somebody else, because I'm not making one more nothing for 41, and I'm definitely not going over 41. But I only do that if it's a rooming situation, or if it's the last person attending, I may have to say, when we get to that number, I may have to say, hey, you're going to have to get a single. I have no double. So it just depends on how I play it at this point. So yeah, we like to meet you where I feel you got 18. Well, 18 people are going to be returns. I'll probably put them in a room, and then we'll have 20 new people. So we'll have make sure people get new reports going, because it's almost like a family reunion is what this retreat is like. So we have 2 sewing rooms. We have like the whole first floor, which is also their administrative offices. But you've got class on each wing. There is a classroom, and then in the middle on one side, we've got all of these little breakout rooms. They've got like a little library. Our room that we use for microwaving ice. It's a big, huge room too. I really like what they've done with that part. And then we've got a conference room, and then we've got like those little small rooms that I'm going to be putting ironing stations into those rooms. Put one in each room, and then there'll be one big board ironing station and one big cutting table in each of the large rooms, and then I may make another room for a cutting room. So I need to go back up, because I haven't been there in so long. I need to go back up before retreat so I can get everything set up exactly how I want it, so I know what I'm doing instead of trying to figure it out on the day I'm there. So I'm gonna have to go back up there. And then there's the cafeteria, but then behind the cafeteria is another little meeting area where we'll all meet up to talk about some various things all together. So we've got quite a bit of space that we can utilize, and it keeps me from having to cram everybody in one room, because I remember when my guild used to go here, we had like 36 people in that one room. But I mean, it was tight, and I'm not interested in that. I want people to be, and that's why I asked them, could I get 2 rooms instead of 1, since they had 2 things. And so I had to sign a contract that I'd have X number of people in order for them to give me the 2 rooms. So, but I have since been talking with them, and they've let me do 40. So, because I told them, I'm like, I really don't want these rooms to be overcrowded. So, and then I think they were kind of happy too, because they know some people are gonna have little mini irons, so they're trying to not, burn their power grid as well. So I think they were okay with that too. So, let's see. Um, what I wrote makes no sense, girl. I don't know what you wrote. Teresa says, are the knee lifts interchangeable? I have one from my Bernina 440. You can have it if it will work with yours. You know what? I would love it, because let me take this out. We're not using it anyway. I'm almost wondering, I need another one, because I do use my knee lifts, but it's almost shaped like this. So yeah, I'll take it. I'm pretty sure. I hadn't even thought about using this one, because it's just stuck with my Bernina 770. But I don't know if I've got your email address. You can either email me, send me a picture of it, and then I can look at it, or I can send you the picture of what I got. I had somebody posted in the Bernina group, post what the actual one looks like. And it doesn't have to, it's not on that phone. It would be on this phone, because I found somebody that actually showed theirs. And so I said, can you send me just a picture of your knee lift in a group? She was really nice to do that, and she did, like, right away too. I didn't have to wait forever. And she's even got it in the case where it's supposed to be hooked in. But this is what it looks like. Mine don't look exactly like that, but I'm wondering if it's close enough. But that's what it looks like. Trying to hold it still. Yeah. So that would be nice, Teresa. I appreciate it. The movement of pressing on it makes my sciatica flare up, so I gave up on it. Now I know. Okay. Yeah. But I'd love to have it. I love knee lifts, and I get upset when I go back to a machine that doesn't have a knee lift. You know, I'm gotten spoiled with having it. And I started using it with my baby lock Elagio, because this has a knee lift, but I don't really use it because all I do is machine embroider on the Lissimo. So my singers didn't have knee lifts, but if I'm buying a machine now, like brand new, I would most definitely be making sure that that's one of the features, because I have to have it. Like the brother and the Juki has knee lift, and I actually use it. And I know some people it's not for them, but there are times that I do need that third hand, that it comes in handy. So Sue talking about, will there be cake? Nope, no cake. Good night, C Joy. It's almost time to go. We got 3 minutes, y'all. I'm trying to figure out. I'm not gonna even be bothered with Sue and Benita up in here talking about saving some cake. I have to admire Sharon, because Sharon, I keep saying she's the combination of all people. I feel like she's one of those people that adjust and adapt to the current situation very well, effectively in all situations. And it was so funny because I was saying, Carol was trying to tell you to bring her a piece of cake. I said, girl, she don't even realize that this sheet cake trying to give 30-something people some cake. Plus my husband wants a piece of cake. My daughter wants a piece of cake. My mama wants a piece of cake. My sister wants a piece of cake. It's like, because I done went to my mother's house, picked up her scooter. My sister is serving food. My daughter is picking people up. It's like, I don't know how she think we're gonna have some extra leftover cake. But I say, Sharon, she was telling me to have you bring some cake. Sharon was too honest. She told my girl, I've been on ate that cake. She ain't gonna get that cake. It is so funny because it's just a pound cake, and pound cake is not. It's a dense cake. It's not like box cake that's nice and fluffy, and I'll eat a box cake. I have no problems with it. I do know that I'm eating a box cake, but for some reason I just grew up eating pound cake, and then I've had just regular pound cake, and then I've kind of perfected my technique on it that just puts it just a level above the generic pound cake, my opinion. So yeah. Sharon talking about, T, are you making 2 cakes? Do you know that is 2 cakes? I have 2, and it's a 6. The recipe is 3 cups of sugar flour, okay? Y'all ain't getting the rest of the recipe, but I'm just letting you know that it's a lot of ingredients, and that's just one, so double everything. That cake probably, if I was buying the ingredients, would probably cost me like $75 in ingredients only to make that cake. Just in ingredients. Yeah. Not gonna happen, Sharon. And Bonita talking about, I'm coming to the So Busy retreat. Now, I ain't promising nothing this time, Bonita. Because that was just too much. It's too close. I don't even make cakes like that here. I made probably 1 cake since retreat, and then I made an apple pie. Because I ain't trying to do all of that. It's a lot of work. But I had 2. Years ago, I went and got my mother's. I had bought her a KitchenAid, and she wasn't using it. I go over her house. She using a hand beater mixing up some stuff. And I said, you don't use the KitchenAid? Well, no, I just use this. And I'm like, huh. So then one time I was making the sheet pan, and I was like, I had made the first layer, and then I had to put plastic on it because my pet peeve is when people have to like make two batters because you only got one mixing bowl. You will see the cake line in the middle where the two, because the top layer kind of started congealing before you got the next batter mixed up, because it takes me about 45 minutes to mix up this cake. And so I went to her house after that, after I had to put saran wrap on it to keep it from having that line. I went to her house and I said, you know what? Are you still using? You're not using your mixer still, Mom? She talking about nah. I said, well, can I borrow your mixer? So I've had it. So anytime she need to use it, like if it's time to make sweet potato pies or something like that, if she's making them for the whole family, sweet potato pie she makes for the whole family for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and egg custards. I do not like egg custards. I don't like the texture of eggs like that. I don't like quiche. No, no. So, but I get the sweet potato pie. But so when she's doing bulk stuff like that, then I'll take it so she's not using a hand mixer. But other than that, I have her mixer that it's one of those weird things, you know. I coordinate. I used to coordinate family gift buying with my siblings from my mom. And I knew she would love a KitchenAid because she's a chef, and she was a chef when she was working, and I figured she'd like to use it for her baking because she, like I said, she's making sweet potato pies for everybody. So I coordinate everybody paying, so if everybody pay and it costs this much money, this is how much everybody owes. Well, everybody never pays, okay? So if I ordered it, whatever said gift item is, I'm the one that's stuck paying 2, 3, sometimes 4 parts of the gift because people conveniently forgot that they had to put in on this gift that it's got everybody's name on it, okay? So yeah, I've since stopped doing that, and I just give my mama cash. My mom's 85, and I feel like she don't need any more whatnots. If she wants a whatnot, she can go buy it herself. And so I just give her money for all her gift days that I gift her anything. And if she needs anything, she can get that too. But I just don't even mess around. I just give her money because she's in the process of purging. She's in her life where if she wants you to have something, she's giving it to you. So why would I go buy her some item and then she might like it, but it's like if you're in a purging state, you don't need more stuff to decide whether to keep or not. So I let her decide what she want and don't want. She mostly buys clothes. That's what she does now. She mostly buy uh, clothes because, you know, with her, she go to church all the time. And so she likes to look sharp when she go to church. So yeah, that's what she mostly does. So I don't give her money. My brother has a soft what? Bad. And my mom's singer from the 70s has a hard case. It's really nice. Yeah. Has a soft bed. I'm thinking she talking about sewing machine bed. My son was a bed hog when he was little. He would sleep with me when dad was out of town. Yeah. I said, oh, Lord, I got to get back to little kids coming into the bed with you. Oh, Lord. Hey, too, do we get caramel cake for 2025? You will have some cake. It's going to be like a piece of cake that you get at the wedding because we're going to have more people. So you're going to have just enough cake to be pissed about it. So you have about maybe a 1.5 by 3 slice of cake because I just take it, start in the middle, and then divide it up equally, and then I just go around giving cake. And I have to put me a piece of cake up before because I get so busy. I'm serving, and I'm serving tea quilters at tea quilts retreats, and I tend to forget about myself a lot. So I be trying to make sure I did all this work because I know I'm not making another cake for a while. So yeah. But I haven't even made cakes for family events because we had my mom's birthday party. what, like even holidays. I haven't been making cakes. I've been like Thanksgiving. I bought, my sister is cooking. She just wanted somebody to buy stuff. So I bought a turkey. Well, I got a turkey. Yeah, I bought turkey. And then what else? Oh, chitterlings. I ain't making no cake. Some other people gonna have to come up, step up. So yeah, I'm not making a cake for Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll go to Sam's and get one of those apple pies. Not gonna do it. But you will get cake. And Eric says that looks like a Juki knee lift. Okay, so, but okay, so I can look at that and see if it's cheaper for me. If Teresa's, if that one don't fit that she sends, I'm one of those people that when I pull a machine out, I want everything there. I don't want to be, even if it fits like sewing machine feet, I got 1/4 inch foot that'll fit on 4 different brands of machines. I ain't interested in trying to pull a 1/4 inch foot from this machine to go put it with that machine. I need a 1/4 inch foot for every machine. So even if it's the same foot that's fitting multiple brands, I'm one of those people. So I need a knee lift for my Bonita record, and maybe I'll use it. I'm not using it because I need that knee lift. I'm used to a knee lift, and I'm not going to be happy if I don't have it. That's one of the reasons I like the Brother and the Juki machines, because they come with the knee lift. Ooh, Sue says she has a pink Nishi vintage sewing machine. Yeah, you will get cake, but you're going to have just enough cake that it's going to be, and you going to be good, and then you're going to be saying, boy, I wish I had another piece of cake. And I know that sounds crazy because I'm the one making it, but I'm just telling you what happens. And they get vicious at retreat. The first year I put the cake out, I did not monitor. This year I had to monitor cake because the whole time they was looking for cake. Now, they normally would have had cake on Tuesday with their lunch, but everybody isn't there. So what my sister did is she made peach cobbler. Now, Tuesday, you have dinner at the facility paid. Okay, we're gone all day Wednesday because we're on a bus trip. We come back Thursday. I couldn't even get in the door. Folks is talking about they having cake withdrawals. I'm about to die because I ain't had no cake. Folks is cutting up, acting a fool for some cake. Like, they couldn't even wait till Thursday dinner. Didn't even wait to nowhere near Thursday lunch. No, they're dying at 8 o'clock in the morning because they need cake. They just had breakfast or about to go to breakfast or whatever we're doing in the room. So if I had left that cake out like I did in 2022, I did not even get a slice of cake in 2022. Okay, so I made sure in 2024 that I took that cake to my bedroom so nobody could get it. I had a room. I had a Jack and Jill room, so I had a room to myself. Tucker could have got the cake. Tucker was on the other side of my Jack and Jill, so Tucker could have technically got the cake, but nobody else could get to the cake. So yeah, I had to, and I brought the cake into the meeting room instead of putting it into where we had breakout room. We have at the other facility, we had a breakout room. So yeah, no cake thieves. They were tearing that cake up because when you first get it, it just looks like a regular pound cake until you put that joker into your mouth. And then it's like, OMG. And then they go crazy. So it is hilarious. It is hilarious. Greenland Quilter Katie is here. Eric talking about I want a piece. No, I want the whole cake. You almost had a whole cake in Houston, 2018, I think. That was funny. I had brought cake. That's the one year I brought cake for the Teaquilts at the Houston Quilt Show. And then I had cut the cake, put it into baggies. All at the whole, because I waited till I got to we stayed in an Airbnb. Me, Eric, and this girl named Debbie. We stayed in an Airbnb. And I'm up there like I had brought the bags and everything so I can take this cake. I don't know if I had bags or foil, but I had called myself. I think it must have been foil because I called myself having this cake protected. Put it into my backpack. My backpack's on my back. I got my camera and I'm all rolling around. Then I need to find my wallet. So I'm back here digging to get my wallet out so I can make purchases. Then I make a purchase. I put the purchase inside the backpack. And then, okay, I need new camera batteries. I go back in because I got to get a camera battery. I ain't thinking nothing about this cake, okay? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. By the time I met up with the Teaquilts, it was about 2 o'clock. And I'm telling people, I got your cake. You know, now I'm thinking about the cake, but I still ain't thinking about how many times I've been in and out of this bag. I don't put purchases on top of this cake. And I go into that bag and I pull out that first piece of foil. I could tell the foil looked like it was, you know how you reuse a piece of foil? Like if you take something out and then you rewrap the foil. The foil was looking like that, but it had only been opened and closed once, okay? I already knew before I gave him that cake that I'd beat that cake up. And I'm like, in my head, before I come back up out that bag, I'm like, OM to the G. I look up at everybody. I say, you know what, y'all, I'm sorry, but you all are probably not going to want this cake because I forgot all about that I needed to protect this cake. And this cake, I've been in and out of this bag. I don't put stuff on top of this cake. I know Benita was there. I can't remember who else was there, but it was Benita that said, I don't care what this cake look like. You've been talking about this cake for so long. I want my cake. I was like, okay. I was so embarrassed. Oh my goodness. Woo-wee. Hey, Katie. Eric talking about she gave up one part of the recipe. Oh my God. Deborah says, I love cake, girl. I grew up, my grandmother made her caramel cake where she would cut the cake into layers. She made them in the, you know, the regular round pans like you do wedding cakes. And then she would cut the thin slices. We had a place here called Miss Hullen's that did split chocolate cake. And I don't like chocolate cake or ice cream or brownies, but she had a white cake that she put chocolate layers, and she also did split lemon, but I didn't like the lemon spread that was on the lemon, so I couldn't eat that. But on the chocolate, she just used chocolate, milk chocolate something icing, because it wasn't dark chocolate, because if it was dark, I couldn't have eaten it. But honey, that was the best cake. My grandmother, unbeknownst to her, nothing about no Miss Hullen, she did her caramel cakes like that, where she would slice the rounds, you know, you make a 3x8 inch, and then she would slice it into so many slices, and then she put the caramel in between and blah blah blah, so you had this really tall cake with caramel icing. And her caramel icing, I have never been able to completely 100% duplicate her icing. I'm very close, but it doesn't have the same texture, because it would be a little hard, but not like you could still spread it, because it always was smooth. I don't know how she did it, but it was, and I called her on the phone trying to get it, but you know, my family, they don't use recipes. We just go in there, so whatever cup is in the flour, that's your cup, whether it's a cup or not, that's a cup. And then you just put a pinch of this and a dash of that, and just pinch and put it in there. I'm like, I cannot make this icing, lady. She's telling me I use pet milk, I use butter, I use brown sugar, and I'm like, how much? I don't know, I just do it. So yeah. So that's I will never, in my opinion, even though my cake probably tastes better than hers because her cake was thinner and had all the caramel layers, to me, her cake was the best cake I ever ate in my life. Benita talking about, no, it's not just a pound cake. That pound cake is divine. Yeah. If you had your eyes closed, you probably wouldn't think you were eating a pound cake because of your traditional pound cake. Most traditional pound cakes are heavy, and you know it because most of them are dry. And Sue says, could not agree more, Bonita. And Eric talking about, ooh, she gave up one part of the recipe when I was talking about 3 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour. Yeah. So that's what you got. 3 cups of sugar and 3 cups of flour. Keep moving with that. Katie says, I want to make a pound cake, but we've not had any eggs in any of our stores for over a week now. Oh my goodness. What's going on with the eggs? 75. Okay, what baking goods? Okay, what baking goods? And like I said, this was the price I had pre-COVID, because I don't know what they cost. You know, if I was like costing it out now, this was like, because I've never priced it out after that. This was like when somebody had asked me to make them a cake, and they thought I was going to make them a cake and just charge them a few dollars, but they want a cake for a whole big party. And I'm like, I had to tell my sister because my sister was doing her food, and then she come to me wanting a cake, and I'm like, do she realize how much ingredients cost on a cake? And then after the cake was made, she agreed to it. She had paid half. My sister tells her that she needs to pay me the other half, and then she wanted to negotiate with my sister about paying for the other half of the cake because I wasn't at the party. It was my sister's friend. My sister called me. I said, you know what? You can do whatever. Just know that I'm never making a cake again. Because people don't even understand what I have to go through to make this cake. And then my oven is on for over an hour. No, I'm not doing it. So I don't make cakes for sale. Bonita, you talking about I believe in you? Nope. I'll take you to the store and get you some store pound cake, girl. Carissa says good night. Good night, Carissa says it's her bedtime. It's my bedtime too. It's 10:17. But I took a little nap after Teaquilts retreat because I was tired. So I got a little energy. I still got to clear my car out because it was raining earlier and I didn't want to get my stuff wet. So I still got my stuff in the car. Money is the easiest. Tisa says, I have 3 emails for you. Which one to send the picture of Neelef? Send it to the Teaquilts News too. It's fine. Teaquiltsnews@yahoo.com. Let me see. Close all. Let me see. Let me clear all of that. I got something from Cynthia. I just got it, Teresa. Teresa, that looks exactly like that one because it doesn't look like, it looks exactly like that. Let me go back and look at this in the gallery. Because it just curves around and then it comes back and kick back here. But yeah, send it to me. I didn't order the other one. And if so, I'll make a donation. You already know. If it works, I'll definitely make a donation. So. Keep going, Willa Mae, with them half square triangles. You have foil. Yeah, because I'm thinking foil. I'm thinking like foil is going to be like putting bricks around it or something. Eric is like, whoa. Girl, I was never so embarrassed in my life. And then whatever cake I didn't cut, we get back to the place. Eric had already had some cake because the day I was going to meet them wasn't our first day at retreat. Like, we got there Wednesday. I mean, for the show, the quilt show, we got there Wednesday. And so Eric probably didn't think he could even get cake Wednesday. And plus, we were doing some other stuff. And then we got in late because we went to eat dinner late. So we kind of went to bed Wednesday. Thursday, I think he was asking if he could get cake. And I'm like, yeah, you can eat cake. It's plenty of cake. Because I didn't know who was all showing up at the meetup. So I was like, Eric, you can eat some cake. So he the first Thursday, he just ate a slice of cake, a regular piece of cake. And then Friday, we went to the show. That's when I cut just so many pieces because I wasn't sure how many were going to come. I actually had enough, which was weird. I had enough. And we got back to the hotel that Friday night. And then I think Eric probably got a piece. And then Saturday, he realized that the cake was kind of still being stagnant. Because I'm one of those people that, you know how you're the cook or something and you kind of, you get tired of eating it, or you know what it is, it's good, but it's like, I don't need no more cake, because every time I make it, I'm getting a slice or two. So I had eaten a slice of cake earlier, and I was kind of wasn't eating it. And Eric was like, what are you going to do with the cake? I said, you can eat it if you want, or I have to take it back home, and I'm really not trying to do that. Oh, boy. I bet it was almost half of the cake still sitting there. I bet you Eric probably ate about half the cake by the time he got a slice here or there, and then the rest of the cake that was left. Okay, and he was still trying to not eat all the cake, because we don't know each other, so you're not trying to make somebody get mad or something. It's like, eat that cake. I could care less. Shoot. He talking about, no, girl, one slice and I was in heaven. He talking about he left one piece. But yeah, that is too funny. I'm like, I could care less once I done, because most of the time, if I want it, I'll go ahead and put me some to the side. But it was a lot going on. And then he says, and I still dream of that pinball machine. Right? We was having. You would have thought we didn't like each other when it came time to playing on that pinball. We rented a Airbnb that had a pinball machine right at the front door in the living room, but we could care less. We enjoyed that. Okay, that was the entertainment. We didn't have to go anywhere. It was right there. Although we did go a lot of places, but we still had some entertainment right there. Linda's laughing at us. This cake is one of those things that will start battles, right? Because I'm like, the Teaquilters kind of like each other until it's cake time, and then it's like an all-out war. But when I cut the cake for 2024, I didn't let anybody come up to the table. I had one person. I was cutting the cake, putting it on plates, and I can't remember who was assisting me. They were taking it to the tables to give it to people. Okay. Don't come up here. They were vicious about the cake in 2024. Oh my God. And Mimo says, have to burn the sugar. Talking about when Sue talking about doing the battles. When it's good, it's good. Eric says, my mom told me dozen eggs in Hawaii is now approaching $15. Wow. Everything in Hawaii is high though, but still. So you say send you a cash out? She's so silly. Teresa says, email me the mailing address. Okay. I'll do that. Eric says, oh, I read that. Okay. So yeah, but we're gonna get off of here. I do like talking to y'all, and I really like it when I don't have to do like heavy intense sewing, because with me sewing earlier today and moving machine in, and I still gotta moving it out and then into her house and back out to her house in my car. It's still in my car. I gotta get it. I was waiting on a rain break. But it's just nice to be able to get some stuff that I need to get done. So that's done, except that I now got to figure out if I can find that stamp or not. And, I'm getting things done, but it's not heavy on sewing only, because I do like chatting with you guys too. Chris says, every man for themselves when it comes to the cake. Right, it is. You forget they like each other. They were horrible, especially Benita. Okay, I love Benita, but she was horrible. All for some cake, and she didn't care. She was taking no prisoners. She was like, you're out. You were like, You were on the dead level. Wasn't no surviving, okay? Kevin, are you making cake for... Nope. Are you making cake for Scrap Club potluck? Nope. I doubt it. I doubt it. Nope. That is too funny. Now, Kevin ain't said nothing since his mama came in here. Now he want to know if I'm making cake for the potluck. And Benita gonna come back with her response. It's hard out here in these streets. In them streets. With you in them. Mama in bed now, yeah. Alrighty, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all stay blessed. Be safe, everybody. And quilt out. See you Wednesday at 7 p.m. for 1 hour live chat. Bye, y'all.